there have been many times that I've reached a crossroads that I really needed some high-level input and advice about how to navigate and how to sort of survive the major challenges that I faced. And the SBDC, the Small Business Development Center, has been a big part of how I have navigated those times, mainly in the form of talking to the advisors there. Jackie Babicki has been, somebody who has been a huge mentor for me, as well as others that I have talked to when I really need help. And so I definitely credit and lean on the SBDC advisors when I just don't know what to do, and I need advice. And I tell, any chance I get, I tell other small business owners or people who are starting up businesses about the SBDC, because it's been such a valuable resource for me. Well, something I often say to people who ask me that kind of a question of like, what's your advice, or for people starting off or people who are thinking about starting their own business, is I feel, at least from my experience, it's really important that you really love what you're doing. Because if you don't, it'll be too hard. It's so challenging to run your own business and be an entrepreneur. And of course, there are many rewards, and it is so satisfying, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But, if I didn't have so much creative drive and passion about what I do, I would have given up long ago, because it just takes so much of yourself to stay in it and have the stamina to move through the periods of intense stress or confusion or self-doubt or the economy crashing or whatever it is that you need to be able to stay strong, and look for mentors, look for people who have been there longer than you that can give you some advice, or just be a cheerleader for you, or just be like, keep going, or question you and say, are you sure? Whatever, give you some perspective. I remember really enjoying the class that was about customer service. One of the owners of Paloma Clothing, Mike, I can't remember his last name, he was great. I mean, he's been doing it for 30 years or something, and he was awesome, and I really was impacted by his contribution. I really enjoyed the branding element that we had there. That could apply to any business, not just a retail business, but I found that really helpful. And then the other aspect is just being in a class, in a room with a bunch of other retail business owners, hearing what their struggles were, what their resources were, sharing ideas, hearing their questions. I always love being in the presence of other business owners, and I learned so much. I probably learned as much from the other businesses as I do from the teachers that are, teaching the classes. So I really enjoyed and valued that a lot.